I do not know how to not laugh right now.
Hi, my name is Tyler Delich, and this is
The podcast.
Today with me, I have the Young Alaskas, who will be joining me for an interview. And I just want to know what's going on, guys. How are you?
We're doing good, I think,
We're
right?
doing pretty great. Yeah.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
How are you doing, Tyler?
I'm well. It's great to have you guys. You know, it's always a pleasure. You guys are great interviewees, as always. So I'm excited to get into this. And
Thanks, dude.
so I'm wondering, the name of your band, the Young Alaskas. It's a really interesting name, and I've never really heard anything like it. You know. So I was wondering, where did that name come from?
So, it's kind of an embarrassing story,
Yeah,
to be honest.
It's
And
more
'cause
than kind of an embarrassing
we
story.
made the band, so Joe and I made the band when we were in, like, maybe freshman year?
Yeah, sophomore, freshman year.
So we named it after a John Green book,
Okay.
Looking for Alaska, and whenever we tell people that, they're like, but
Well, it's a good
stuck
book,
with
though.
us.
It's a good book. All right, I'm gonna have to stick by it. It's a good book.
Yeah, and if it's a good book, I mean, hey, even so, I think it's a good name.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
name's
like,
cool.
Yeah, the name's cool, and
It
like
sticks with us.
wherever you got it. I mean, you know, so many bands get their names from just wherever. I think a lot of bands are embarrassed about where they got their names, but that's okay. So was that the first name? Have you changed it before?
God, that's a great question.
I think, was it the first
I think we had a bunch of like ideas before that were so like. The problem with the Young Alaskas was that it was just it was the best terrible name that we came up with.
Yeah.
Because they were all bad. Like we never
Yeah, so
were.
it was-
For some reason, that's like one thing we just can't do.
Yeah, we had like a
Name
list of
Yeah.
names, and that was the one we were just like, yeah, we'll just choose this one.
Yeah, no. I
Yeah.
mean, do you remember of like any of the other names?
Fletcher and the Rye.
Yeah.
It's no fluid. Because that's
Yeah.
a good one. I think we were gonna name it after. I wanted to name it after the Monsters Inc. character. I can't remember.
Like
Oh,
Wazowski.
yeah, Wazowski.
Yeah, Wazowski. I thought
was
Wazowski.
it just Wazowski?
Cool.
That's
Yeah, we
cool.
wanted to name our band
But we
Wazowski.
didn't do that because no one else agreed.
Yeah.
I was the only one who thought it was cool.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know
If
why.
I make a solo
yeah.
project, I'll name it that.
You should.
Let's
In
keep-
fact, you should probably start getting all like the Twitter handles. and
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure,
stuff
that's a good
like
idea. I
that.
gotta
Right
get this
now.
down.
Like, you gotta get on that.
Alright, guys, I'm giving up. I gotta go make some new accounts.
I'm also wondering. You know, I've interviewed the two of you before, but we have a new face. Would you mind introducing yourself to the audience and to me? Because of course you were
Never met before.
They've never met.
I'm Fletcher, and I'm the bass player.
Yes.
He is.
the bus driver.
He is the bus driver.
He lays down the funky bass.
So when did this edition happen? Can you tell me about like how you guys?
How did we get
I
Fletcher in
I
the
think in the beginning of the year, like
Yeah.
October, November.
Probably.
You guys I think you had a show or something coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
because
And
we had like gotten another bass player at one point, and we just weren't like feeling it. And then we were like, we gotta get our boy Fletch. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
just so good.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, we were
Fletcher
just- we were
was
just
so
like, we need
freaking
him.
fire that we
Yeah.
were like, we gotta get him in the band.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I know Fletch is definitely a hot name around the
Yeah.
scene lately.
Just the boy.
You know, I mean, bands, you know, they have guitarists and singers, but you know, everyone's looking for the rhythm section.
They are,
you know,
right?
so-
Everyone's looking for
But
that.
he needs a bus driver.
Everybody does, dude.
The
You're
bus
right.
needs a bus driver.
It
I mean,
does.
you
You
can have
can drive
passengers,
it.
but you know, you need.
I think it's
someone to
funny
direct
because
that bus.
Fletch is like the only one in this room without a license, right? The only one who can't drive the bus.
Well, I guess you don't need a license, but
You just need the heart. That's what you need.
so I'm looking at your Spotify now, and I see your last EP, The Young Alaskas, was released 2018. What month was that?
When was it released?
I think it was released right before we came to school.
Yeah,
So maybe like
August. Maybe?
August, yeah. I think it was like right before we got here.
Okay, so we're approaching a year since then,
Yes.
and I know you guys are working on some new material. Can
Yes.
you tell me about that?
I think for the biggest thing about the new material is the sound is completely different, and I think we found our sound.
Yeah. I think we definitely found something that we're
and it's
really
also
proud
just
of.
very unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all so proud of like the stuff
And
we're
the
making.
new thing we're working on is a concept album, and it's also the first album we've done. So
Yeah.
I don't know, it's been cool like putting together like a group of songs that really coexist, you know.
And also having Fletch too, like having another like ear who has like different musical background has made the album like just so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I definitely have a soft spot for concept albums. Like anytime like I can listen to an album and it really feels like a cohesive piece,
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. So I think it's really cool you guys are doing that, and I'm excited. Do you have a planned release date?
We're thinking by next like
Hopefully
it's sometime in like
the fall ish. I'm
because we have
thinking.
to get drums done. That's the biggest thing.
Mhm.
But once we do that, then just mixing and stuff. So probably by the fall.
Nice.
is our
So like
dream release.
around the 1 year anniversary of your
Yeah,
last
yeah.
EP. Nice,
Probably.
nice. Good time scale. And you said you're recording drums. You also have another member who
Yes.
couldn't make it today, but
Yes.
Drew
Drew.
O'Connor, your new drummer.
We passed.
Just
Just recently.
Yeah.
Passed.
He was in the bus accident.
Yeah,
When
without
Fletch was
Fletch.
driving, he doesn't have his license, and you know what?
That's the
happens.
price you pay.
You're right. You're right.
What's it like having a full, like going from a 2-piece to a full band? How different is
It is honestly just
So much better.
It's so much better.
So much better.
Yeah, I think it's more fun.
Yeah, to hear your like the music you make, also just making music with more people is cool, but the music
Yeah.
you make come alive like that is just the coolest thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And also just having the inputs, because this album would not have been.
This album wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, this album would not have happened
Like,
if it were
'cause
not for the other
That's-
members
yeah,
of
and
this
it's
band. you
like
know?
Yeah.
just
And
would not
it
have
sounds the way it does because of
like we all have
everyone,
put
you know? Yeah.
our own stuff into it.
I think it sounds really cool.
That's super important. Can definitely change the sound. I know, working in small numbers can kind of give you tunnel vision.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm wondering, with this new lineup, are you playing any shows soon?
Yes, we're playing one.
May 10th,
Yes.
May
you can
10th?
check our Instagram and Twitter
At the Young Alaskas?
at the Young Alaskas. Hope to see everyone there.
Yeah.
May
In
10th.
Fort River, New Jersey.
Yes.
Fort River?
Forked River.
Forked
River.
Fort River, New Jersey, May 10th.
Be there,
Young
be
Alaskas.
square.
Be there or be square.
Bring your bus.
Hit us up for the address.
Hit us up for the address.
Yeah, they'll have it.
Bring Fletcher spaghetti.
Bring me
Oh my
spaghetti
God.
because I lost mine.
He lost all of his spaghetti and he needs it back.
Yeah.
He's hungry.
I'm very hungry.
He can't drive and he has no spaghetti.
What's your favorite song to perform?
Oh, wow.
Good friends.
Really?
Really?
Wow. Huh. I did not
I
expect
heard
It's
that.
such. It's so. It's very sing-alongy.
Yeah,
and
it is.
Yeah.
I like that.
I
And
think.
it's good. It's
Yeah.
easy to get the crowd. Into
Yeah.
Yeah, it is easy to get the crowd into it. That was cool when we
Yeah.
did play that though, because everyone was like singing it
Yeah.
back with us, because it's so like.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's either one of our new ones called The Woods. I think that one is really fun.
Yeah,
I've
if we
heard that
can-
one.
if
I
we
can
can
nail
nail
that.
that.
And last year, I think it's just really fun.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
that's
it's a
my
good
favorite.
song.
Just because I feel like every time we played last year, it's just like easy,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and we're just in it. Like every
Yeah,
time,
we know
you
it so well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were talking about people singing along. Like, do you have like a favorite show moment, like with the crowd? Like,
I think the end of last year is because like when we did it at our last show, because the end of last year it like quiets down and then just does like a whole build up.
yeah.
And then I saw like all my friends were there like singing it with us, and it was like, well, like I wrote this song like
Yeah.
2 years ago, and then all my friends were singing it with me, and it was like
Isn't that
it's
so
such a cool moment,
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
really cool.
Absolutely.
And then like when you look at the band, we're all like into it, and it's like you know, it's just such a cool. I don't know. It was cool. That was
Yeah.
probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Music is crazy.
Music is
Music. Can't
I mean,
believe it.
No, honestly, I mean the power of music, it's definitely transcendental. You
Yeah.
know, I can get people going like nothing else.
Yeah,
It's
you're
crazy.
right,
So
you're
I
right.
mean, if you want to be a part of that experience, come to the Young Alaskas next show, Forked River, New Jersey, May 10th. I'm Tyler Delich, and I was wondering if you guys had any last words.
Bring us spaghetti.
Bring Fletcher
bring us
spaghetti.
spaghetti.
He really needs it.
And if anyone knows like some kind of surgeon, our drummer's hands turned into spaghetti.
Yeah, it's very tragic.
Yeah, please help them.
We can use any money.
Anything.
We just need to get spaghetti.
Venmo us at the Yogalaskas for spaghetti. Thank you.
Chris, Fletch, Joe, and what would have been Drew, thank you guys for being here. Always a pleasure, as
Thank you
I
for having
said.
us.
And hopefully I'll see you guys soon.
Hopefully.
Bless up.
Yeah.
What's up?
Bless up.